Hey there, it's Pete, GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. This is my GCI Turf Spray Hawk. A few things about the Spray Hawk. Number one, it's not on the website quite yet. I'm still waiting on shipping boxes, so we'll have something to ship it in. But if you want to get on my email list, I'll link that in the description below, and that's probably where I'll send the first notification when they're ready to go. So a few things about Spray Hawk before we get into this, especially for those of you who don't have a clue what this is. Okay, this is not my original concept. Okay, I didn't come up with this on my own. Golf courses all around the world have been using Spray Hawks for years and years and years and years and years. This is simply my version of a Spray Hawk. I've owned several of them throughout the years, and for different reasons, I just, I didn't like this about that one and that about this one, and so on. So, I've got my own sprayer line with the Spray Buddies out, getting ready to come out with the mobile sprayers. So I figured, hey, if you're going to do it, right now is the time to do it. So I come up with my own design, my own version of a Spray Hawk. So basically, a Spray Hawk is a boom sprayer. Okay, I know if you know anything about spraying turf, you've seen the Ride-On Z Spray. What's some other ones? Steel Green, Turfware. We sell Turfware spreader sprayers, and we sell a boom kit for them. And it's basically a straight bar, left to right, that you put a series of nozzles on it. Okay, we're going to use a fan tip nozzle for example here. Fan tip nozzle sprays either an 80-degree pattern or 110-degree pattern, and you would put them in a series along this straight bar, or sometimes it would be a folding bar, and your pump would supply all of those nozzles. So it's basically, instead of like a backpack sprayer, you're spraying one fan tip width. Well, in this case, you're spraying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fan tip width wide. So first and foremost, you cover a wider area using something like this. Second of all, the way it's designed is the boom will stay a constant height off the ground. Again, in calibration, your height has a lot to do with calibration, right? If you hold the nozzle lower to the ground, it's going to spray a more narrow width. If you hold the nozzle higher off the ground, it's going to spray a wider width. So therefore, having a fixed set height, that's going to give you a more accurate application. The way I've designed this Spray Hawk is, your fixed height is commanded by your trigger hand right here, and you hold it and lock it in. Because if you let the boom down, it's going to spray a little higher. If you pick it up, it's going to spray a little lower. So that is going to be up to the operator to manage that. Number two is I have an optional third wheel kit that will mount right here in the back, and that will keep the boom level at all times. Some people will appreciate the third wheel kit. Some people don't need it. When I spray with this one, this is actually a prototype one. This is not a finished selling version yet. But the versions that will be on the website are really, really, really close to this. I made just a handful of minor changes between this one and the ones that will be on the website. You probably won't be able to look at it and tell the difference. One, you can see the color of this axle is a different color, but of course the ones we have on the website for sale is going to be all one solid color. And that color is going to be aluminum. Okay, I made it out of aluminum. That way it's super, super lightweight, and it's just going to be much easier to manage versus steel. So as I was saying, the boom gives you a fixed height. you can spray, sprays wider. And I think, I don't know this to be 100% accurate, but I think the reason golf courses use these so much is they will have undulated areas to where they can't really put their big sprayers on for safety reasons, so they would use a smaller sprayer like this, or they would use them on golf greens to limit compaction. Riding over a golf green, a really fine shortcut turf, delicate turf, with a big, heavy 300-gallon sprayer is going to create more compaction than this thing, because you can see it really weighs little to nothing. So I don't know that to be fact, but I'm just guessing that they would, if it's not fact, that would be two really good reasons why golf courses use a spray hawk over the big sprayer. So who is the spray hawk for? Well, obviously it is for golf course use. If you have a golf course and you have a multi-pro, a Cushman, a John Deere sprayer, and you have the hose reel that has the hose on it where it would pump and supply hose off of the sprayer, then obviously you can hook to this and use this no problem. Number two would be lawn care companies. Lawn care companies that run a skid sprayer on the back of a truck that have a hose, because you have to have a pump and a supply. Okay, today I'm using the GCI Turf Spray Buddy, the 50-gallon version, and it's a 50-gallon tank mounted on a stand sitting beside my wall. I'm using the new battery system that'll be on the website here pretty soon as well. And then I've got 300 foot of 1/2-inch hose right here, and the pump and that tank and the water supply is what is supplying the spray hawk. It's the same difference if you got a skid sprayer on the back of a truck, then you can definitely hook your hose to this if you want to get away from the Chemlon gun, walking back and forth spraying, or whatever nozzle that you're using, whatever spray gun, and you want to go to a spray boom type setup and use it spraying off your truck, then this right here would be the ticket. If you're a lawn care company or golf course that does painting turf during the winter time when your Bermuda or other warm season turf is dormant, then amazing setup for that. And last but not least, to all my buddies who have purchased a Spray Buddy, GCI Turf Spray Buddy, this will work with any Spray Buddy that I have listed on the website. It's a minimum of the 5.3 gallon a minute pump, which that's the smallest pump that I have on my Spray Buddies, all the way up to the 7 gallon a minute. And then of course, as far as golf courses and lawn care companies go with skid sprayers on a truck, you're not going to have any issue whatsoever supplying the entire boom, because the pumps that you guys use are sufficient, more than sufficient. But if you don't fit into one of them categories and you have some type of a sprayer that has a hose and you can hook up to a spray hawk, then it could be for you as well. You just want to make sure you have a minimum of a 5.3 gallon per minute pump, preferably 100 psi, and it will supply the spray hawk with no problem. One thing I am working on is I need to do a little bit more testing to see if it will actually work with a backpack sprayer, like ultra low volume. But you have to remember, backpack sprayers have really tiny pumps on them, and we're pushing 5 nozzles right here. And so it's going to have to be like a very, very small orifice to be able to make that work. I just haven't had time to see if it's going to work yet, but I will get that done sooner or later. All the components are T-Jet, from the nozzle body to the nozzles, even up here to the gun. It's got a very heavy duty T-Jet gun right here. Of course, it's got a GCI Turf pressure gauge right here that you can monitor your pressure right here as you're spraying. The gun does have a lock and trigger, that way it'll lock. My Spray Buddies that we manufacture come with a cutoff valve on the end of the hose. So if for whatever reason you needed to disconnect, you would simply cut this off and you know, snap it on or off. There's a 3/8 male QD plug, so whatever you have on the end of your spray hose, you could either change the fitting in the bottom of the gun to match up to your spray hose, or you could put you a 3/8 female QD on the end of your spray hose, and it'll click right into it, no problem. And of course, all my spray buddies and cart buddies come with that 3/8 QD on the end. It's going to come standard with a single nozzle body, and you'll get to choose the nozzle you want. We just made a huge order with T-Jet, brought in a bunch of different nozzles. When I say nozzle, I mean the tip, spray nozzle, whatever, you know, different people call it different things. I call it a spray nozzle. So it will come with a single nozzle body and one nozzle of your choosing based on the calibration that you want. And I've done all the legwork for you. The calibration is based on you being able to walk 120 feet in 30 seconds, which is very, very easy to do. That's just a very comfortable walking pace. And you will find on the website, when these are listed on the website, a chart that I've created and put on the website that will show you the different color nozzle at 20 psi and at 30 psi. Okay, so I calibrated them at 2 different psis just to give you double the option. So if you want to spray ultra low volume, you would go on there and you would look at the chart, and it would tell you how many ounces per 1,000 feet that this thing will put out at 20 psi and at 30 psi, based on that 30-second walking speed, 120 feet. Then if you go all the way up to, you know, say a 06 or 08 nozzle, that you want a heavier calibration rate, meaning more gallon per 1,000, it would break it all down. So you have to kind of figure out, you know, how many gallons per 1,000 you want to go down at, or how many ounces per 1,000 you want to go down at, and then base your nozzle selection off of that. And of course, everybody's going to be different. You know, you may not be able to walk 120 feet in exactly 30 seconds every single time. And that's okay. There's a little bit of tolerance in there, but that's why I offer the different nozzles, so that you can kind of get it fine-tuned to your walking. The reason I chose 30 seconds, 120 feet, it's just a very comfortable walk. Now, of course, you can get the nozzle setup you want, and then you can calibrate it however you want to calibrate it, okay? But I'm just giving you a good baseline on where to start. So I'm getting ready to go down with a fungicide, and I have the highest calibration rate that I can possibly get on this spray boom with my pump, and that's a little over 2 gallons per 1,000. So I can get like really, really good coverage with this fungicide application. And I'm gonna show you what that looks like here in the driveway in just a second. And obviously this is nothing but water. You can see I have shorts on, no gloves, no sleeves, no none of that. It's just straight up water. There'll be 2 upgrades with this bad boy. One is, like I said, the third wheel kit that basically you'll be able to sit it here and it will stand up on its own, and you basically just push it, and that will guarantee the boom stay the same height consistently off the ground through the whole application. The other upgrade option you'll have is we're going to offer a 3-way nozzle body with a turret style system, to where you can put 3 different nozzles on one nozzle body. And let's say you want to use nozzle A for this application, nozzle B for a different type of application, nozzle C for a different application. But you would still pick the calibration rate you want. And those 3 nozzles we're going to include with the 3-way nozzle body is a basic fan tip. And of course, if you get the single nozzle body with one nozzle, it's going to come with a straight up fan tip, XRC, and then you can go on the website and buy other nozzles that we have listed on there for sale for whatever type of application you want to do. If you do the upgrade and get the 3-way nozzle, you would still pick your calibration based on the color of the nozzle. Then you will get the fan tip, you'll get an air induction fan tip, and then you'll also get a flood nozzle, which will all be the same color. Okay, that way it doesn't change your calibration rate, but you'll be able to apply different things like a foliar for the fan tip, pre-emergent for the flood, herbicide for the AI. So, it just gives you different options there. And of course, if you change your mind later down the road and you want to up your calibration rate, we're going to sell those 3 different nozzles in a package to fit this spray hawk. So we're going to have it on the website where you can outfit this thing however the heck you want to outfit it and do whatever you want to do with it. And like I said earlier, this does have a locking folding boom, so you can lock it in the upright position, fold it down, put the pin back in, lock it in the down position, and do the same thing over here. Fold it out, put your pin in, that way it will lock it down tight. And I have eliminated pretty much all of the bounce from the outer ends of the boom, because some folding booms like to bounce a little bit, and you can see right here that's locked in pretty dang solid, so you're not going to get that tip bounce like you do on some of the other ones. I wanted to bring you out here on the blacktop, that way you can see just how intense this coverage really is. And you're basically going to get the same coverage with any calibration rate you go with. It's just we're going down with more liquid at the higher calibration. And yes, there is some hose management skill that needs to be had, and if you don't want to deal with the hose, this isn't for you. As you can see, I've got mine kind of laid out here so I can run out and spray the front yard, go around to the back, and then hose reel it up. Again, as soon as these are ready and on the website for sale, I will hit up my email list first, and they'll get notified first, and I'll probably make a post on YouTube and then Instagram, Facebook, and that kind of thing. So I need to run here and change my clothes, put on some pants, my spray boots, get my mix going right quick, and then get the yard sprayed. Check you later.